The yeas are 217, the nays are 212. The bill is passed. Pursuant to Clause 8.
That was House Republicans today passing their plan to avoid a government shutdown with a temporary 7-week funding bill. But within hours, that was blocked by the Democrats in the Senate. Their own plan for extending funding also fell short. So what does this mean? Congressional correspondent Lisa Desjardins is here again with the latest as we approach the looming September 30th deadline. So, Lisa, where do things stand?
Well, tonight, the votes today mean that we are, in fact, on track and more quickly moving toward a government shutdown. As I've said before, this particular shutdown threat, while we have these now commonly, this one is unique because of the timing. So let's take a look at the calendar because it's closer than you think. So this is today. Now, let's look at the deadline. That's September 30th for funding government. Here's the situation. Next week, Congress is on recess. In fact, Congress has already left for that recess. So you think maybe they could come back Monday? No. Speaker Johnson and his team decided late today that they will not be in session in the House the 29th or 30th. So, William, what this means is, as you and I sit here, really, unless the Senate passes the House bill passed today, then there will be a government shutdown. And right now, Democrats don't have that appetite. They say this is their time to stand up to Donald Trump. They say they want more money for health care, specifically. It is really a back and forth, and here is how each side put it today.
We do not want a shutdown. Our position has never changed. We need bipartisan legislation to keep the government open and meet the needs of the American people, especially on costs, specifically health care costs. But until Republicans break free from Donald Trump's grip, they're dragging this country straight into another shutdown.
They're not being reasonable at all. A short-term CR is not a partisan exercise. We could have loaded this up with partisan provisions, but we're not doing that because we're governing in a responsible manner. I hope Chuck Schumer and the Democrats in the Senate will do the same.
This is a test for everyone, but especially Leader Schumer. He's really never done this before, making demands that could lead to a shutdown.
So the leaders are talking shutdown. Where do rank-and-file members sit?
Well, if you talk to Republicans, they believe that Democrats will be blamed. Democrats are less sure. They think that if they put this message out that Trump needs to be stood up to, that this is their one time to draw some lines with him, that will help them. Now, both parties are more than a year away from an election, but when you talk to Democrats, you really also get this sense, William, that they don't have an off-ramp plan. They don't know how a shutdown would end. And that really puts us in a potentially precarious situation as we go down into it, potentially as soon as a little bit more than a week from now.
So what are the odds?
You know, I don't like to speculate about these things. Of course, I always have my own opinion, but I will say they're very high that we will have a shutdown. I would say as high as 80% or more. The only possibility out of one is that the Senate returns next week and Chuck Schumer changes his mind. That's not likely.
Well, Lisa Desjardins, thank you so much.
You're welcome.